That's Wise Stream, CK013 here. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013, and I, of course, am from WiseTake Nation, which you can find on all the social media platforms listed above directly at WiseTake.com if you're looking to take your DFS game to the next level. We are a premium DFS content provider as well as a DFS community designed to help make you a better DFS player. Go check us out. Day Pass is available if you want to try us out. That being said, if you're new to this channel, welcome. You've come to the right place with some free fire DFS content, so make sure you subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and don't miss out on any of the free content we put out. Currently covering MLB slates Monday through Friday. That's not true. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, not Thursday, because we do the football show Wednesday night. Anyway, we put out a lot of free shit during the week, so make sure you're subscribed and notifications bells on, all that shit. Like button, you know the drill. We've got a 7-game slate on this Monday. Coming off of NFL. Glad MLB's here. I'll leave it at that. Had an opportunity. Should have late spot, man. You know, I had a lot of the pieces around. Didn't have any Cooper Cup, and I knew that was a mistake. Like, I knew I was hoping, right, by not fitting them in and getting greedy and trying to stick with my game stacks. I was just hoping, but that was a mistake. Anyway, we got a 7-game slate in baseball. We're getting to that point, right? NBA's around the corner. We're getting to that point in the baseball season where teams are really starting to know, like, what they're playing for, right? Whether they have a legitimate shot at making the playoffs, whether it's a long shot, whether there's no shot at all. We're there. We'll go ahead and get started here with top pitchers as we always do. Robbie Ray, the best pitcher on the slate, one of the best pitchers in the game this season, having a phenomenal season. Gets a really good park out in Tampa against the Rays. Very good offense, though. Rays are obviously a very good offense. We'll want to check and see what Tampa's lineup looks like because they've been dealing with some injuries. The Rays this season have struck out a lot to lefties at 25.5%, but their WRC plus has improved. Their ISO and WOBA have improved a little bit, and they're a very good offense that did improve before the trade deadline. We'll keep that in mind. But either way, Robbie Ray is the best pitcher on the slate. Framber Valdez, elite ground ball rate. You can see 69.2%. That's elite. The Angels have been banged up all season. Rendon's barely played. Mike Trout's barely played. Only a 21.7% K rate to lefties. 178 ISO. 102 WRC plus. So they've been pretty tough on lefties. The strikeout thing gets to me. Now this particular A's team, banged up version, we anticipate them striking out a little bit more than we've seen. But either way, I think people may view this as safe because they're looking at the opponent. But I feel like Robbie Ray is safer because of the strikeout floor. You know, Freddie Peralta, I think an interesting tournament option against St. Louis. I do think that St. Louis has been kind of playing better offensively, right? And Peralta does have a 47% flat ball rate. Milwaukee is a better hitting part than St. Louis is. Just going to throw that out there. You know what I mean? Just going to throw it out there. Pat, what's going on, bro? Cashed a few dollars in 3 of my 6 GPP lineups. Thank you, Patty or Joe Pauly D, for the articles. Hey, man, no problem, Pat. It's our pleasure, man. Glad you're able to have a nice little winning week. There's nothing like having a winning week of football because then you sit on that. Even if you lose showdowns or you have a rough week, like you just know, like, well, I'm still a winner this week in the NFL. Anyway, but if you're not interested in stacking against Peralta, he's been shaky, right? He's been shaky since coming back from that little IL. But again, I guess against Detroit, he kind of stepped up. But before that, he saw St. Louis twice, and it didn't go very well for him either game. Just throwing that out there. Huasca, you know what? He's looked really good. Arizona's been kind of pesky, though, right? I mean, on the season, I guess not. 24.8% K rate, 138 ISO, 292 WOBA, 79 WRC plus. Maybe I'm thinking against lefties where they've been a little more. Yeah, 21.9% against lefties. So against righties, I guess we got the green light. I mean, this kid looks good. FanDuel price is really low. I think it'll be a little bit more popular there, but quality starts never like a guarantee with young pitchers, I guess. But yeah, I think is in play. Manaea is definitely in play against Seattle. He's at home in a big park. Seattle has a 25% K rate against lefties this season. Nestor Cortez, man, he's been on fire, man. He's looked good. Most recently striking out 11 Orioles in 6 1/3, giving up 1 run. He's been real solid. These are his DraftKings game scores, his last X amount of stars. 24.7, 25.6, 9.8. That was his bad one. 21.2, 15.9, 31.3 most recently. Now the Rangers, not a very good offense. 130 ISO, 79 WRC plus, 284 WOBA, but only a 22.4% K rate. And again, this is a very hitter-friendly park, Yankee Stadium. You know what I mean? So 49% fly ball rate. I think the Texas could be an interesting leverage situation, even if you didn't want to do a full stack. I think getting some pieces of that could be an interesting leverage situation. But point being, I don't know if I'm ready to buy into him at 8.6. Now, I guess it depends on, how much I trust some of these other guys over him. It's really a price thing. Ranger Suarez, I think he'll be popular again. Baltimore is better against lefties than they are against righties, but we've seen them kind of struggle. They've slid down recently. 23.1% K rate. Ranger Suarez has been nasty, man. Does his numbers indicate that regression could be coming? Maybe a little. 244 BABIP is low. XFIP and Sierra are, double his ERA, but his ERA is 1.5, man. 25.4% K rate, 60% ground ball rate. So I think Ranger is going to be, once again, going to be a trendy, cheap option. He's 9K on FanDuel. Nobody's playing him on FanDuel, I can tell you that. But on DraftKings at 6.5, I think he'll be the trendy, cheap guy. You know what I mean? We'll move down to top offenses. Yankees are on play for like 5.9 runs, I believe, against AJ Alexy, who's been worse to righties. I mean, it's a small sample. We don't make, too many judgments, but the sample we've seen so far, he has struggled more to righties. Both of the home runs he's given up have been against righties. Yankees do have a lot of righties. They have a couple good lefties too. Either way, they'll be popular, I think. And the Rangers bullpen, obviously, nothing to be afraid of. So you can see that in terms of XFIP and Sierra, Alexy has the worst numbers on the slate so far. The Brewers will face Jake Woodford. He hasn't looked good also. Brewers been really hit or miss, man. Either they're just crushing it or they're just sucking. They're just kind of all over the place. And you can see they're middle of the road against righties, right? Even after their trade deadline moves, which I think were pretty good. Woodford only has 17% K rate. Milwaukee's park is actually hitter friendly. It's just teams have not hit well there this season necessarily. St. Louis's bullpen has looked pretty good lately, but on the season they had the highest XFIP all season, so that's a little strange too. The Astros should get some love against Jaime Barria, who we don't have here. Let me just hold on. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Barria. Let me see this. Fix that real quick. Double check on MLB probables. Yeah, it's supposed to be Jaime Barria. He should pop in here in just a second. I hope. I mean, it definitely just put him in. Just a matter of if this shit's going to update in time. I get pretty impatient. Anyway, gonna continue to talk about the Astros. What else is there to say right there? Top team in WRC plus against lefties and righties. Right? They're getting pretty healthy. Got Bregman back. Jordan Alvarez looks good. There he is, Barria. Now, okay, so Barria competing for some of the worst numbers. So expect Houston to be very popular as well. I think at this point I would have a tendency to lean towards Houston just because they've been better on the season. But I do think that those two offenses, Yankees and Houston, will be competing for highest ownership. Travis Duarte, what's going on, bro? Good to see you, my man. Let's get it. Let's go. And then the Braves. Humberto Mejia, not going to get a lot of respect. Not that he deserves it. Not necessarily the worst pitcher, honestly, in terms of numbers, but not good. Right? D-backs bullpen also not good. Atlanta's had a terrible last month or so. They got to get their shit straight. So I think the Braves kind of stood out to me as well. This game is in Arizona. But I think they're the other team that'll draw some attention. But really Houston, right? They seem like they seem like the best stack overall, I think, as of now. But we'll see. I'm going to do my core plays article as I always do. I'll kind of narrow down the stacks a little bit, go with the core. Other than that, it's time for things to watch. John Means at Philly. Means is very cheap. Philly's not really a team like they're another one that's really hot or cold. But Means is really cheap, and he's had a decent season. Philly is a hitter's park, but so is Baltimore. So this might be even a slight park boost. But even if you don't like Means, I'm not trying to talk you into Means. The point is, there's something here, maybe, right? Because even Philly, well, maybe we like Philly against John Means and the Baltimore bullpen. So it's just something that just sticks out. Last but not least, this Shane Baz Kid is one of the Rays' top prospects. Might be their top prospect, actually. Had some really nasty stuff in AAA, some really good numbers. He was in AA first for a while this season. Had 7 starts. Had a 1.86 xFIP in 7 starts. Got caught up to AAA where he had 10 starts. Had 10 starts in AAA. Had a 2.99 xFIP. He's been good. Problem is he's playing Toronto. But if you're feeling froggy, 6'9". He's not in the FanDuel pool, I don't think. No, he is. He's 6'9" on both sides. Okay. Shane Baz. We don't know what to expect from him. He's a top prospect. He's looked really good. He's actually I think he's one of the players that were in the Austin Meadows Glass now Archer trade. Can you believe that Tampa traded Chris Archer to the Pirates, and the Pirates traded back Austin Meadows, Tyler Glasnow, and then eventually this kid, Shane Baz. I mean, don't do trades with Tampa, bro. They're ruthless. But anyway, keep an eye out on him. If it was a softer matchup, I would, right out the gate, I would have talked about him. But because it's Toronto, it's like, okay, well, let's think about this. Dog watch around here. Aaron Judge. Number 1, Christian Yelich. Number 2, Kyle Tucker. Number 3, all outfielders, Judge, Yelich, Tucker. That's going to do it for this edition of the MLB Wise Stream. I appreciate those of you hanging out with me live. Appreciate those of you that watch after the fact. Go check us out at WiseTake.com. Get our article. Get Paulie D's dirt sheet. If you're a monthly member or higher, get into our Slack chat. Talk it up. I'm going to try to be in the Slack chat a little bit more before lock. Schedules have changed a little bit to where I may be able to at least be in the Slack a little bit before lock. So I'm hoping to get it going. Tag me if not, man, and remind me if I'm not in there at the right time, right? I'll get to when I can for sure. But anyway, hit the like button on your way out. For myself, the entire WiseTake Nation, as always, good luck.